Welcome to the Maryland Mortgage Rates Weekly Mortgage Market Update for the week of November 4th, 2013. Hello, I'm John Thomas from Primary Residential Mortgage here to give you your update. Well, last week we saw Maryland mortgage rates finally tick up slightly. Mortgage bond did sell off to end the week. If you look at the bond chart on the screen, we can see we traded in a tight range all week, but then Friday sold off, broke below the 200-day moving average, which is not a good sign. We had some good economic news on Friday that caused us to break below the 200-day moving average. So with that in mind, we're going to recommend locking your Maryland mortgage rate to start the week because there's a lot of downside to the bond here now that it broke through the 200-day moving average, which means in the short term, Maryland mortgage rates could move up. That's why we're recommending locking. Long term, we're still thinking rates are going to be low at least till the end of the year, until next year, because the Feds are going to keep buying bonds. Now, if we dig into that report that came out on Friday that hurt mortgage bonds, it was the ISM Manufacturing Index. Came in better than expected for October 2013 at 56.4. That's good read on the economy. Manufacturing picking up is definitely good economic news. Now, it's not bond friendly because that may give the Federal Reserve impetus to start the tapering program earlier than we think. Then on Wednesday, we had the Federal Open Market Committee have their policy statement come out. Two big points out of that. The Fed funds rate will remain 0.25% until unemployment's at least 6.5%. So that's going to continue. That's going to help banks lend money between each other and borrow from the Feds very cheap. So that's good news for the economy. And then the QE3 asset purchase program will continue as is, at least till the end of the year, at $40 billion a month in mortgage bonds and $45 billion a month in Treasury. That's $85 billion a month of asset purchase from the Federal Reserve. Now, we did have some bad economic news last week. The ADP payroll report for October 2013 showed only 130,000 private jobs created. That was way down from expectations of 150, and they also revised September's numbers lower by 21,000, down from 160 to 145. Look at the chart on the screen. You can see instead of job creation going up, which the trend had been, now we're on a trend of lower job creation. That is not good for the labor market. That is not good for the economy. Good news for mortgage bonds, but bad news for the economy. Consumer confidence also came out last week for October. Obviously, we were expecting this. Came in lower at 71.2, below the expectation of 73.1. Government shutdown definitely hurt consumer confidence. We saw a reading on inflation last week from the PPI, Producer Price Index, and the core PPI. Both of those about 0.1%. That's very low inflation. That's bond-friendly news because that's going to help the Federal Reserve keep the bond buying program going. And then in housing, we had some great news in housing from the Case-Shiller 20-City Home Index. For August 2013, home prices rose 12.8% year over year. And from July to August, they were up 1.3%. So that is great news on housing, double-digit appreciation. Now, this can't continue, and we're looking for the numbers through September and October to start coming down because of the home loan rates had increased. So we're looking for that number to come down. Still going to be increasing, but probably not double-digit. Now, we did see pending home sales come in lower by 5.6% for September 2013. Pending home sales, the number of existing homes that wrote a contract in September. That was down. Going to attribute that to the higher rates. In the local news, the next free first-time homebuyer seminar is in Towson, Maryland, and that is Saturday, November 16th. That's from 10 a.m. to noon at the Sheraton Baltimore North Hotel on Delaney Road. You can register for that by giving us a call in the office at 410-412-3319, or you can register online at www.marylandhomebuyerseminars.com. If you guys need to get pre-approved for a Maryland home loan, to purchase or refinance, you can go to our website, PRMIDelaware.com, or you can give us a call in the office, 410-412-3319. Look forward to seeing you guys next week.